Good morning, class. This is Artisan of Glimmith, key of W speaking. I have made my way back to the match area, particularly because I dislike it. And so I don't want to put it off for much longer. I don't know if I'll do all of it today, all the remaining pieces. I just know that the match rule is not my favorite rule, or at least just the way the puzzles are designed here are not my favorite. We have 6 left. Let's see how many we can get to today. We'll start with this one. So match, the rule is all regions have the same shape. So there's not a lot going on with this rule. And then why I dislike it is it tends to result in puzzles where you just kind of have to see it. It's really hard to logically work out. So I need area 13. And I have, how many do I have here? Let's do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I know they're wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4 regions. I have to make 4 flippin' regions. So, like, I don't know. I look at this, at a puzzle like this, and I don't go, wow, what a wonderful puzzle I would like to do here. It's just tedious because I don't know if there's a way to logically deduce the way. I don't know. The last video I recorded ended with a glorious puzzle that was challenging. It wasn't like the hardest thing ever, but you could approach it. You could find a break-in, a thing you're supposed to do, a logical progression through it. This doesn't have one. Like, unless I'm just stupid motherfucker and somebody who's a good puzzle solver can look at this and go, well, obviously, this is your first logical move. What is the first logical move? The move is guess. Just fucking guess what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, this is what we're in for today. 13, yeah, like, if it was precision, say 4 or 5, like tetrominoes and pentominoes, we have a lot of experience with those, not just from this game, but from others. And with that experience comes, like, knowledge of how to logically put those together. We don't have a lot of experience with regions of 13, so we don't have the experience to be able to say, well, obviously this is a type of shape you can do that'll interlock. I don't know. I'm noticing 5s here. If I'm supposed to notice that, I could say these are, but I don't know. I do not know. Honestly, just genuinely don't know if this is a thing. Like, there has to be a shape in each of those locations, but then there would have to be one here, I think. What if I, but this is not me logically deducing. This is me just trying stuff and hoping that it is right. Like, this is something, right? No. This would come out this way? This would come out this way? Like, I can get a shape here and then try to find 3. Is it here? Because this is an extremely uninteresting. That's just really uninteresting, though. That's not even an interesting solution. And I don't feel like I logically deduced it. As I said before, it just felt like you had to guess. So I'm not satisfied solving it. It's just like, well, I guess that's the answer. See, usually if you get puzzles like this where you get a big spot and you have to figure out how to slot pieces in, the pieces are given to you and the difficulty is figuring out how to arrange them. But when you're told this is the space, you don't know the pieces, you just have to figure it out. It just ends up feeling really dissatisfying to go through. I don't know, maybe this is your cup of tea, this is your bread and butter, this is your favorite kind of puzzle. I would say you have poor taste if that's true. Match, at least, okay, rows windows at least gives us something, but this is another one. Look at how big this area is. Only 2 regions. They got a match. That's going to be a challenge. That is not enjoyable. I'm guessing it's going to hinge around this centerpiece. This one looks better than the last puzzle, I'll give it that. But let's say we have a piece here and we have a piece there. And I'm going to assume for a second we've got this sort of thing going on. Right? Divide it up like this. Well, I can't do that. I don't have enough space. So I don't think that's right. Can I do it the other way? Like, how many pieces do I have here? God. 4, 9, 14, 20, 22, 25, 34, 8, 41, 42. So I need 21. So how many is this? This is 3, 8, 13, 14, 18, 21, 22. This is too small. So here's what I'm going to try. That's not it. I got to find another piece I can stick somewhere that's going to make it work. I wonder if this and that are together, then... God, it doesn't help that I'm really bad at rotating complex shapes in my mind. If this related to here, then would this relate here? Then my guess would... Or... I'm just trying to think, are these nubs mean anything? Is this one a yellow one? No, it doesn't make sense. This also isn't as far away as that. It's a different distance. Oh, this is no good. What if it's... These are the blue ones, and then these are the yellow ones? Like, my guess is of these little nubs, 4 of them have got to be one color, 4 have to be the other color. It's just figuring out which 4. And they can't alternate. They have to be 4 in a row, then 4 in a row. And if this is the case, we would have to make this move. But now this doesn't look like it matches at all. No, this does not match this section at all. If I started with this, at least it feels like there's something I can work on here. If I started here, the problem is if these are matched sets, right? Then this piece that's missing corresponds here, which would mean that blue would need to make its way all the way over here, which would correspond to something up there. Like, it would have to be something like this. But now, this piece doesn't, it just doesn't fit. Is it... What if it's... Did I try these 4 already? What if I try... This cannot possibly be it. This shape is almost this one here. It is missing that piece, and then these two would be in part of the same shape, so maybe that piece, and then we do... Okay, so we need to block this one, so this would be yellow and this would be blue. But this doesn't. This needs to be yellow, which means all this is yellow, which means all of this is also blue, right? No. No. What? Yeah, it's the rotation. It's not working for me. Again, this shape. If it's this one, but now it's literally just a swap, right? Don't worry about the rose windows. It's just a swap, which means that these 4... To get blue up here, yellow would have to go into that space. So it means that yellow would also take that space, which means blue would take that one. yellow couldn't take this because then blue would have taken that space. Also, this would have to be like so. Unless blue took that. But then yellow has to take here and it cuts blue off. Right? It's not reversed. Is it even 21 space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 19. It's still missing 2 pieces. There's no pieces that it could be. If this isn't related to that section, then what is this? This just looks so important. It's not coincidental, right? See how that is? That looks like it should mean something. Now, if instead I just tried to take the edge of this, rather than worrying about anything else, then I would take this edge. Now, if this is the case, what we've done is we've flipped it across a vertical axis, flipped the shape across a vertical axis and shifted it 2 spaces vertically. So yellow is flipped on this line and moved up 2 spots, which means if blue takes this area, yellow is up at the top. So blue cannot take any of those. Yellow would have to take all of these, which means that we would move blue down 2 spaces to here, and then shift rightward 2 spaces, which goes here. So this cannot possibly be how it is, right? Because if I did, let's say this, dup, bop, yellow goes, dup, bop. Great. Who takes that spot? If that's yellow, blue has to be there. If it's blue, blue can't get in. So this can't be how it is. So is it rotational rather than a flip? So how would this be rotational? If I rotated this shape around, it would have to be up here. It wouldn't be like this. This is not rotation, it's flipping. Is it? What if it was like some stupid thing like this? Which would mean what? It would mean the yellow takes all of these. That doesn't look right at all. Like this is the right number of space. This just isn't gonna be the shape. You see what I mean by this type of puzzle really sucks? No. And it's saying it's a difficulty 4 out of 7. The fact that this game thinks this is a moderate difficulty puzzle makes me question the ability of the puzzle setters to understand what it is they're doing. This is not a simple puzzle. This shape can go anywhere. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. I'm doing literally nothing but guessing on this puzzle. There is no logical move. There. I can't take these 4, right? I assumed at first this would be where it is, but I don't know how to do this. Like, I can also try to build it this way, saying these two cannot possibly be the same shape. There's no way. So then what would I build from here? I could also say this is now a flip on the horizontal axis and a move rightward one space. Which would mean I have to do this. I can do these, but now we can't move that in because we have nowhere to take it, so move it up and down. This is a possibility. Now, if blue were to take this spot, yellow would be crushed, so yellow has to take it, which means blue... Yeah, and that's as far as it goes anyway. This also can't go anywhere. That's that. Okay. This space now corresponds here. Since it's flipped vertically, left and right are the same direction on these, they're not flipped. So this space is here for blue. And maybe that's that. If that's yellow, then this is blue. Now it'd have to be. It's also yellow. That would be as far as yellow could go. Couldn't go any further, right? No, hold on. It's moved over 2 spaces to the right, is what this is, and then it's flipped vertically. This can't be there. If I did this, I'd have that coming down. As both be blue. Which would force me to do this move. Then who, this doesn't fit. This doesn't fit here. That's not right. It's just not the right shape. Maybe those don't mirror, but what is it? It's not coming down that way. Well, same with this. If yellow went here, there'd be no way, so we definitely have to do this. So this is the only way to mirror that. I just genuinely don't know. I could spend my entire day on this one puzzle. This is bringing me right back to where I was before. Can I do... That's it. That's the whole... I can't bring that over. So like if I do this, it matches. That's what it says, right? Yeah. So these shapes match, meaning this corresponds to that. There's no way unless I did this and that. Now those two. Bring in that matches. Great. Now we have to figure out what this is. This would have to be blue, but it doesn't correspond anywhere there. There's no space. So it can't be that. It really looks like these correspond to each other. But they don't have to, because this was how this particular arrangement worked. So they could be some other thing. Is there a way that this matches that? If that's the case... If we go, but not this way, we go this way, out, right? That's how it would go. Then this would match that. this would go that way. That would be here, and now no one can get to that spot. Right, because if I do this, it's going to say the regions match. This also can't be a spot. This could be a spot now. But now this can't be one. There's nowhere to go. I'm just trying to think this particular arrangement. Where do I see it? That's a spot I see it. If I imagine that these are, and let's say that's the arrangement of it. If I take this out here, this goes here, this can go, this can go. This so far is so good. This can move leftward. In fact, yellow can't take it because it'd have to go up here. It can't move up because that's the end of that. It has to go this way. This way. What corresponds to what again? That. This can't be right. This is the right. These shapes match. This spot matches there. So this is the corner here, which means nobody can take this spot. This isn't right either. Also, no one can take that spot because this matches that. So what if... Yeah, this is what I was trying to match those two, right? I was trying to match these two. And then I make both of these. Yeah, again, this is just that move. This is just that move. Yeah, that bends in. No one can take that spot. So is there another way to think of it? Is it the other way? This is that move? Well, now this is really in trouble, I think. I think it's the same thing I just did before. Yes, same thing I did before. Shoot. So this is that way. Well, it would move this. It would be that just disaster from day one. This can't be here. Looking at places that have this, can it be here? If we go this way, we reverse it. This goes that way. This goes up. This goes up. This could be. This is the issue I was having in the first go round. Now this is gonna have to be blue. So you bump, 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 bump. Nothing's here. Can't put anything there. Just dog shit design. It really is just guess until you get it right. There is nothing else I can do. This is so suspicious looking. That with this section. It's such a suspicious looking bit. Right? That looks so much like this. In fact, this is what this looks like. But then there's no way to fill these in. I need to remove that space. And then how would I get into that space? There's no way to get into that space. can't make something around the perimeter here. There's no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too many of the nubs anyway. There's no way, because I can't get into those 4. Are there any 4 I can get into? This doesn't match. And if I do this thing, all right, I'm checking my timer. How much more do I want to endure something this awful? These have to be separate. There's no way they're not. But are they related to each other? I can think 5, 6, 7, 8. They're not quite rotationally symmetrical. Like, not obviously, because you can go 3 spaces left of the yellow, but not 3 spaces right of the blue. If we do one of these, we can't do the same thing with the blue here. So they can't correspond to the same spots. This can't be. This could be related. Now this would come down. What do I do? This isn't it either. Right? These are the same shape. Cool. I have the same shape, but I can't do that because there's nowhere for it to go. Huh. Well, this is fun time. And it's only difficulty 4. I'm coming back to that and feeling incredibly insulted by that. Like, to the point I dislike that. I've never struggled on a difficulty 4 this badly. Like, I've always felt like I had something to work with. I have nothing to work with here. Every move I've made, every guess has not led to any logical realizations. There is nothing looking at this puzzle to help out. It's just 2 little dots, a wide open space, and then figure out how this works, asshole. That's really all I'm getting here. And it feels very, just incredibly hostile. There's nothing here. I'm not going to go, what a genius at this puzzle setter. It's just not going to happen. Where else could I possibly be looking for this shape? To just have to figure out 21, every possible range of 21. 10. Certainly not going to be that. Certainly not going to be this. I mean, what am I even doing here? Setting this. That's not even halfway. Like, I can't just split it down in half. This will never work. If I thought of this shape, could it be the flip of this? What goes there? It would draw this. No, it wouldn't. If it was flipping around, right, this set here. Yeah, it still uses that space. That space makes it not work. Is there any way to use something like this. That this is a spot you can use it. But where they can mingle in that spot, but how? Are these right? They're the same shape. Is this the same shape? No. Is this the same shape? No. What's wrong with that? This doesn't go. That's space. So it would have to do that, but now this space is taken with that one. So none of that is acceptable if I block things off that way. This shape can only be made there. But this leads us to the problem we had earlier, where now somebody's take this spot, which is also that spot. Is anywhere else? This is the other way I thought of doing this shape. But now this spot is equal to that spot. That doesn't work. There's no guarantee it's like rotating around the center either, so I can't just simply say it's this to that. Because if I did that here, and we rotated, we say, we're... then it still doesn't work because we have this problem here where there's no space here. Unless, of course, it's just flipped, it's not rotated. Now we have the other issue, which is which piece goes there. Okay, cool. So far, so good. Blue's got to get up here. There's no way of getting around it. And now which piece goes here? Because that's that spot. So that doesn't work. Here, it'll even say. See? That doesn't work. It's been half an hour. I thoroughly disapprove of this type of puzzle design, just generally. I am contemplating just getting the... It's not like, oh, I'll quit and come back. I never, ever want to come back to this puzzle. I would rather just get it over with. This can't happen. Because again, like, how do I make this arrangement happen? Is there a way to like have a finger in here and then have a piece go all the way through? Because if so, what would this look like? This would look like this, but we're it's the only way to have these nubs in this arrangement is here. And it's just it's not a rotational, it's a reverse, so this piece can't fit. Because it would have to be part of this as well. Is there a way to do it? Should we... No, it would have to fill in all these spots. Like there's just nothing to do here. Let's check. Are we doing good so far? Yep. No mistakes yet. Is there another place I can stick that? That shape doesn't exist anywhere else. Can't have that. This is close. This is where we run into the trouble because it's this shape. here. This shape could go here. But then what counts? Puzzle piece? Puzzle piece doesn't work. Because then what goes over here? This doesn't work. If these were different, those were just, we said those are two different colors instead of being part of the same unit, then we would probably have this going on as well. The trouble is the distance from here, yeah, from distance from here to here is same as that to that, but those are different distances. Huh. Right? Like, you see what I mean? It can't be this distance. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's playing this game as well. Like, there's plenty of YouTubers way more popular than me. Someone out here is playing this and, like, solved it immediately and is like, this is such a brilliant puzzle. I want to find that person and study their mind and wonder what went wrong in their childhood that made them think that was a good puzzle. If I make these two different colors, I can't imagine this taking more of the nubs than 4. This would be the maximum number. But I can't replicate this shape down here. This isn't the same shape, is it? No. No, this is not the same shape. That's the same shape? Ow, I don't see it. Where is it? Because I've been close to this shape without... But it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right to me. I hate this. I hate so much. I'm not looking at it going, oh wow, what a brilliant puzzle. This is how I should have solved it. I just couldn't get there. Could not get there. Awful puzzle. And I'm going to leave all of it up. If you watch this video, you're going to see the entire half-hour solve, and you're going to hear me complain about it. Genuinely, fuck these people. What is wrong with you? Why would you design these puzzles? They aren't good. This, like, I was never going to give this game 5 out of 5, but if I was, it dropped to 4 out of 5 just from this area. This drops it by a point. You can't put this in a game and expect me to think it's a good game. Why? Also, where's the 4th puzzle? There's 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th one? I think I've done all I can stand. Oh, is it back here? There's a 3. Let's do one that might be not shit. See, this is better because I can use the fact that I know what a tetromino looks like to design this. I don't know what a 13 shape looks like. I have to invent a 13 shape and figure out your stupid ass puzzle. All right. All regions are the same one. So I can say there's 5 possible shapes. I can just arrange from there. It's not going to be an O shape. We know that because it'll create a problem here. It's not going to be an I shape. We know that because it's going to create a problem there. So we either have to have T, S, or L. L is a possibility. But this is another case where I have to guess. I just have to guess until I get it right. I think S is going to break the puzzle quickly. Yeah, I can't have an S here. So I'd have to have it there. This would break the puzzle, so we'd have to break the puzzle there. So we're down to T and L. T could be like this. And it's done. So yeah, even though that puzzle was easier, I finished it. I'm not satisfied by that solve. That wasn't... So, like, the best case scenario is I just finish the puzzle quickly. Like, there aren't... I think I saw one good puzzle here. Where was it? Wasn't that one? Where was the good puzzle? It was in another video. Was it down in this, like, secret corner? No, that was a troll puzzle. I respect the troll, but it's not very good. This one. This was the only time, because you could start from this point and you could use logic to work your way to the solution rather than what I did here, which is, well, I know the 5, let me guess which one until I get it right. Just terrible. I've done as much as I can stand here. I'm going to have to come back and finish this in another area. So yeah, I'm putting this video up for me to rage over while you listen. And next time, I'm going to head to an area that's actually fun. So I'll see you around. Thanks so much for dealing with me on this video, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.